Welcome back to Bee Loft by Liptech. We're out here farm apiary on Friday, April 18th. Good Friday. Happy Easter, everybody. It's 11:30 in the afternoon. 74 degrees Fahrenheit, 23 Celsius. We got bees flying all around us here. We're going to check these hives real quick. Look at the swarm trap. I don't think there's anything in there. I don't see anything flying over there. So we're going to get into those and just do a spring check here, make sure nobody's ready to swarm. If they are ready to swarm, I brought plenty of extra equipment to fill them out. Just want to make sure all our boxes are good, get our honey supers on, because it's time to make honey, and we'll see how it goes. All right, so we got bees flying out of all the hives here, it looks like. I get the hive right, not this one, but the next one over is on the double screen board, and the bottom is empty, so I'm going to make sure to combine that today, get all the comb used, make sure there's no wax moths in there, and get that hive down to the lower box. And we'll start right here. We'll get this one cracked open and see how it's looking. Let's walk around the corner here. Oh, there's our queen. She's a green queen. She's right here underneath that queen cup. There she is. Ooh, Widdy. Can you see her there? There she is. Right next to that queen cup. So I'm going to check that queen cup real quick. Try not to damage the queen. Let's make sure. Yeah, there's nothing in there. So I'm going to just put her back in here. Nice and gentle. I wanted to show you on the second hive here. You can see all this burr comb they're drawing underneath here. It's quite a bit of comb, and then they got a bunch of comb on top of this box right here, and it's a pretty full box, and it's a double deep. So I'm just gonna scrape that comb off. I gotta see if I got my quick container to store my comb in, and then we'll get I'll check this hive and we'll keep on going. But you can see this is what they do when they start running out of room. They start drawing that bridge comb in between. You can see right here. And then the queen will start laying the drones in between there. So if I see any mites on these, I'll pull you back in and show you what that looks like. But I haven't seen any mites on these drones yet, so stay tuned. Okay, so this is the hive that had the two 4-frame boxes that were in the middle last time. I moved up here. And now today I'm going to put it in the new wax dip box that I bought, the Endura hive that I got from oh my gosh, what's their got it at the Bee Expo, but everyone knows who it is. Greg, I can't think of his last name. Oh well, we'll move on here. I'll think of it eventually, but shouldn't be anything above here. Nope, we're good there. So I'm just going to take this box off right at the top. This is a double screen board on the top here. I'm just going to get that off so we can get in to this box. We're going to take a quick glance here at the inner cover of this double screen board. There's some mites, or not mites, there's some beetles up here. No beetles have been as bad as that one hive in the backyard. There were so many in that one, but there are still quite a few here. I did bring my salt and vinegar mix today to spray the ground around here. I know we keep getting a lot of rain that would wash it out, but we're just going to do whatever we can to keep these beetles from pupating into the larvae into beetles, and keep repeating this cycle that we don't want to repeat. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to quickly examine the box here, make sure what we got up here, and I'm going to add 2 frames, so we'll have 10 frames from these 8. Oh yeah, we got brood up top here, so there's our brood. Lots of brood there. Looking good. There's a bee with some pollen in the middle there. Looking really good. It's a great brood frame. I'm going to set that out here real quick. Nice and gentle. And we'll pop this over. If I found queen cells, I'd make a split with these. But none of these bees have been making queen cells, which is excellent. This side's not drawn so well. I'll probably put that on the outside of the box. So we're going to see these frames in a minute anyways. There's not a lot of bees down here, surprisingly. So let's see what we got going on. And could be a lack of comb. Yeah, they didn't draw this one at all. This is drawn on this one, but it's empty completely. I'm not thrilled with that. So this is just going to be a reorganization here. We might just take this down to 2 boxes. Take some of this non-drawn comb out. Yeah, they didn't draw this at all. Let's get that out of there. And I might not use that Endura Hive box. I might just cut this down to these 2 boxes, putting the brood down to the bottom there. Feels like there's a bee in my sleeve. If it is, I'm squishing it. Maybe it's just sweat. Hopefully it's just sweat. I don't know how a bee would get into my sleeve. Yes, this beetle trap needs to be reapplied. It's got so many dead beetles in it. Brood cappings and whatnot. So I'll redo that one. But this is empty down here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take out these other frames. I'm going to take out all these beetle traps too at the moment. And I'm glad this hive made it through the winter, but they haven't really built up that much. So I might be able to add brood to them from another box. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pull a bunch of these frames out and start swapping in these other frames. And then I'll move these up. Okay, so put this back together. I have beetle traps on each side, so that should help keep controlling these beetles. One down below, one up here. I'm probably going to put another one on the outside here just to make sure. This hive is a little weak, but we do have plenty of space. We do have plenty of bees to fed right now. So reorganize, brood in the bottom, empty frames up top, and the outside here. Queen will be able to lay, and they'll be able to grow at the end of the month or end of May, and check on it. Welcome back to Bee Loft by Liptech. We're here at the Madison Apiary, Friday, April 18th, 78 degrees Fahrenheit, 26 degrees Celsius, I believe. A little off on that maybe. But we're checking on these hives. We're going to try to, all my dead hives, we're going to try to get those boxes on top of the good hives, and we'll see how it turns out. But it's getting late. It's just after 5 o'clock here, 5:15 I think. I got one bee that's been trying to attack me since I got here, setting up the camera. So stay tuned and we'll get into the bees. Okay, so we're going to get into this first hive. I noticed ants crawling up the side. I also have a bad spot here on the right back corner, so I'm guessing there's going to be ants all over this top. Yep. And there we go. There's our our ants. You can see them all over. So I'm just going to brush them off real quick. I had cinnamon up there, but apparently it dissipated over the winter. So let's just get rid of these ants. I'll spray some vinegar down, vinegar and salt. That will help a little bit. And I'll put a little more. I might take, like I said, I might take these seals off that I have on, the little screens. So let's pop in here, see how the bees are doing. Let's set this. Oop. They're doing all right. Time to get rid of the sugar. These bees don't need this sugar anymore. So we'll just launch that out in the woods. Looks like we have a lot of empty comb up here. So, but we got lots of bees right here in the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4 seams of bees. You can see that right there. So we come over top. Now, let's pop this box off and get down to the next level. I got some wood rot right here on this box. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this box that's dead out and just move these bees over. See how they're doing. So we'll just start right here. Let's make sure I separate these so I don't pop any top bars off. This hive isn't totally full yet. So my hives probably need new queens this year. Yeah, this is kind of ratty comb. I'm going to leave this one out. Yeah, it's empty. So I'm going to leave that one out. Oh, there's our queen. Right there in the middle. You can see her right there. So that's good. I'd like to mark her, but I'm limited on time. So I am just going to lay her in here. Probably going to reverse the boxes here because the bees should be building up. It looks like the bottom box is empty. I'm not seeing any eggs in here. So I'm going to set that one here. We had brood in the top, so like I said, some of these hives were really good layers and got the message that spring was upon us. And some of these other boxes did not. So this has some rot up here in the corner. I want to cut that out, do some doctor work on this box. Nope. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab another box here. And I'm just going to put it right on top. I know it's separating the brood in that top box, but I don't want the queen to get all the way up there again. So if she's going to lay eggs, I want her to do it right here in the middle. I'm going to put this on the outside over here where it was. And then I'm going to pick my 10 best frames. Okay, I switched over here to the other side now. The 2 of those hives on the other, in the little cove there, aren't doing so well. I put some brood in one. I'm trying to find some brood in the other, in one of these, to move over there. I need to find a medium because all the bees are up in the medium. There's not a lot going on in there, so I'm hoping that these are real strong over here. Then I can take some deeps, put them on here, and let them have some room to expand, and we'll go from there. So I'm going to look into this hive, see if I can find some brood up top here. If I find brood, I need to find open brood so I can take that over to that other hive. They have enough bees in there. I think they could make a queen if need be. I didn't find any brood. think they are queenless. So we'll see what happens there. This is full of nectar. Looking good. Full of nectar on that side. But all these hives, the top boxes have had brood in them. And I got one box over there that has some medium or some shallow frames in it, so that kind of defeats the purpose. There's some pollen here. So yep, there I see some brood on the next frame. They didn't draw this one out real well, but that's okay. Not all of them are going to be 100%, but eventually you get there. You go through one box at a time. But yeah, we got brood on here. I'm looking in the frame, see if we got uncapped. We're looking for the milky white pearls. And it's getting dark out, so it's getting harder and harder. Looks like this has emerged, so I'm just going to put that back in here. I mean, I could give them a deep frame if I have to. They would come down and cover it. I'm just trying to keep, since all the bees are already up in the top there, they're trying to draw some queen cells here. They are empty. I wish they had stuff in them. You can see, not drawn very well. Oh, we got a little brood right here. It's uncapped right there. Let me get my pen so I can magnify it, because this might be the frame I take over if it's small enough. But if I can see it with the naked eye, that's not what I want. Yeah, that's all too big. I need to find closer to eggs, ones that have just emerged or hatched from the eggs. So let me zoom you back out here. Sorry about that. I'll stick this back in. Like I said, I got 4-5 chances here maybe at the different boxes here. Let's try this next frame. This is getting full of nectar, some merging brood. So yeah, they're starting to fill this up real good. I'm just going to drop this back in here. Look at the next frame. I see some brood on it, but maybe we'll get a deep box and put it on here from one of those open. Oh wow, this is all drone brood here. See all that drone brood, all those big popcorn looking things, big puffies. The same thing on this side, and then they are putting nectar in over on the edges, so that's good. So my guess is the queen's down one level, and so I'm just going to close this up. When I find one, I'll come back and let you see. Okay, so we're wrapping up here at the Madison Apiary. It's getting late. I think it's close to 7 p.m. So I've done enough to make the bees a little anxious, especially this hive over here. I did find a frame of eggs and larvae and emerging brood. I took it out of here and brought it over to the third hive over there, just to make sure that they have a shot at a queen. This one looks like it might have a loaded cell, but it wasn't capped, and I didn't want to risk taking that over there. So I added a whole nother box here. So they got 3 deeps now. This one's all drawn comb. They'll be able to move up into it, draw nectar, move everything up into here, or place nectar in there, turn it into honey. There's bees up here that there's brood that will emerge. They'll move down and they'll keep backfilling all this. That should give me 2-3 weeks before I come back here. I want to be able to populate. I did the same thing on this one. I added a 3rd box here. If the bees can populate this in the next 3-4 weeks, the queen lays about 1,500 eggs a day. They say 2,000 at peak, 1,000 is weak. So we'll see how that goes. This one's a little weak, So when I come back, if I need to add some brood to this one, I will. I'll probably start grafting here in about 2 or 3 weeks. I like to get some queen cells. Hopefully I won't be traveling when I want to do my grafting, so I can get down here and make some splits and put some queen cells in and see how they go. So my buddy decided to sell this property to his brother, which will be good. And I don't have to move the hives unless his brother doesn't want me to keep them here, but should be okay. I got to put my barriers back up, but I don't see any bees in the swarm trap over there, but we'll see how it goes. Again, it's April 18th. Thank you for watching Bee Loft by Liptak. I'm David, and we'll see you on the next video.